There is life before and life after. Ardbeg 10. Welcome to Everyday Whiskey.
Hi, welcome to Everyday Whiskey. I'm Mike,
And I'm Dan.
and today we're going to be doing an episode on Ardbeg 10. Yeah, that's his notes. Don't disregard that.
I forgot I
he's
put them
cheating.
underneath the box. I'm cheating.
cheating.
I don't actually know anything. As Mike said, we're doing the Ardbeg 10-year special. It's just kind of an Ardbeg special in general, but the 10-year is the most quintessential Ardbeg you could possibly get.
Mhm.
I think it's the starting point of every Ardbeg drinker.
Pretty much. I mean, for a while, that's the only thing I've ever seen in stores. And this was the first day, actually, when I was out on the road, that I saw two of their other variants, which we'll discuss later on in the episode.
Yeah,
But
they have 6 variants that are actually on the market right now, and they made a bunch of different whiskeys, and they've made a bunch of different award-winning whiskeys. We'll get into some of that in a little bit. But this is basically, as I maniacally said in the little pre-skit thing, I don't even know what to call it. This is like a game-changing single malt Scotch because it is the smokiest, it is the peatiest. Oh, I guess if you're gonna go with like Brooklotti, Octomore, like that's the peatiest. But it's like,
I don't know. I think the Lager one's more peaty than that.
Well, no,
this is like the most well-rounded.
This is the most well-rounded smoky and peaty whiskey.
Really smooth.
But if we're going with like statistically most smoky, it's the Octomore series from Brooklotti, which we're gonna feature a Brooklotti bottle on here in a little bit because it's technically unpeated. So we're gonna go from ultra peated to unpeated.
Yep.
So should we just get right into this?
Might as well.
All right.
I don't have a bottle this week, so we're going right into it.
All right. So this bottle is almost kaput's, so we're gonna try and kill her off this episode.
I mean, we can.
It's not much in here. Alrighty then. So, Ardbeg 10-year, like we stated like 3 times already.
I'm starting to think you're just trying to convince me to like this whiskey.
Yeah, you hate this, don't you?
I really don't. And I mean, it's surprising. I wouldn't say
How do you
hate
like?
it,
But how do you like Lagavulin and don't like this? Because Lagavulin even
I don't
peatier.
know.
Is it just a balance?
I don't know. There's just something about this. It's not that I don't like it.
Because this has got like a good fruitiness to it. Like if you can like smell through the smoke, you can get like some fruity nose to it.
I think it's the nose that I don't.
It's like ripe fruit. It's like if you like smelled like a ripe pear to me.
If I smelled like a ripe pear to you? I don't
No, it smells like a ripe pear to me.
Oh. Okay.
Follow the bouncing ball. But yeah, so we're gonna get into some Ardbeg stuff. So basically, it is the quintessential Islay single malt. That's what if you think Islay, you say Ardbeg. I guess you say Islay, you say Brooklotti, Lefroy, Ardbeg. Mm-hmm. Those are the big 3, and Lagavulin. Those would be the big 4 guys. But this is the most well known, I think, as far as whiskey nerds go. I think it's one of the more accoladed ones. To go with. But yeah, it's won Best Whiskey of the Year, Best Single Malt of the Year, Scotch of the Year. Yeah, it's pretty much won every award you could possibly think of. Doesn't mean that the whiskey is any better than any other whiskey, it's just got the most awards.
Yeah.
But I think that's kind of why we're doing this, to see if
it's
stacks up.
It's a great Scotch. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say I hate it. It's not that I don't hate it, it's just not my preferred. I just think it's funny that we've, since we started since we started this channel, somehow this has always come into play like every other week. We pop up, this Ardbeg comes into play somehow.
Either that or it's just it's been a punishment bottle, it's been, I don't know.
We sampled it for the surprise bottles when trying to decipher
what the heck the whiskey store gave us.
I just keep getting this crammed down my throat, but jeez. The nose is quite unique on this one.
Like I said, I'm not gonna say like I am like head over heels about this either, but like I said, it's a landmark whiskey. I think any Scotch drinker needs to try once.
Oh yeah.
And like I said, I'm not even saying I like it that much. I have these bottles just because I was loaned them to use. Generously loaned. But yeah, they're just a good bottle to start your Islay Scotch experience with. They are known as Peat Beast for a reason, and this definitely lives up to that.
It certainly is.
But where, like you said, where the Lagavulin differs is that on the back end of this, you get a very, very hot alcohol astringency.
Yeah, I think that's why I don't
and
like it.
And the
as
Lagavulin
much.
kind of tapers off, and it's a little more mellow, and the smoke kind of is a little more well-rounded.
Yeah, the
throughout
Lagavulin is
it.
really, really smooth. I mean, the flavors you get up front, the smoke, the peat, pretty much carry all the way through the finish with it. Whereas this, you get that smoke and that peat up front, but it real quick dissipates and breaks away to just heat and burn. And I think that's why I don't like it as much, and it kind of throws me off.
Yeah, I love the color on it though, just because like it's one
like
of the
clear
it's one of the lighter Islays. Everyone says it different. It's like Islay, Isla. I feel like I say it a different way each time. But Isle, whatever. Isla. It's for an Isla Scotch. It's definitely a little more like color wise. It's very mellow. Taste wise, it's a little more intense. I'd say. But it's got a lot of flavor. There's a lot of flavor, and I love the aftertaste of this.
Mm-hmm.
Just because after you get past the heat, it kind of mellows out, and you kind of get like that really good, like woody, smoky fruitiness.
Yes, you do.
There's
There's a lot of wood in there. I mean, you taste the barrel, you taste the oak.
Which you should with Scotch, but I think you kind of got to fight
just
for it with this one. I feel like
fades away to a lot of
nothingness.
burn, quick.
All right, now it's time for the episode where you guys might want to fast forward or maybe watch it like history.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get to the.
No, I'm doing a really quick
facts.
Ardbeg history here. So, founded in 1815, in 1838, for the first time, it was sold and purchased, and it did this numerous times throughout its history. 1911, the Ardbeg name was officially trademarked in Scotland, so nobody else can call their whiskey Ardbeg. It's weird that it took them almost 100 years to do that.
Why else would you want to call it Ardbeg?
I don't know.
Like, who else would just want to steal that name?
Yeah, I don't know. But
Whatever.
once again, in the 30s it was bought by Hiram Walker, and then at some point later it was rebought by the Ardbeg Committee, and then so on and so on. And then in 1981 the distillery actually almost went defunct. So there was almost no national sales. And going from the late 1800s where they were selling 1.1 million liters a year, which they, like, before... people really weren't bottling Scotch for mass production until the 50s.
Okay.
So, like, back then, these are people just buying barrels of it. So it's mainly like taverns and pubs. Yeah.
Shit, so, damn it. That's 2 bleeps in a row we gotta put in there. Barrel? I can't imagine a barrel.
Yeah,
Holy
no.
hell.
Imagine, like, just like, Mr. O'Leary buying a barrel. He's like, oh, my barrel's almost out.
Yeah, well, Mr. O'Leary probably goes through that in a weekend. So.
Yeah, exactly. But, yeah, so, and then fast forward to modern day, they have some of the most award-winning scotches in the entire world. They have 6 expressions out right now, and all 6 have won their individual awards. So...
You could pronounce them.
Yeah, no, I'm going to butcher at least one of them. Right. So, you've got the Ardbeg Wee Beastie, which is their 5-year expression. It's their youngest expression, which I think, supposedly, it's got the most flavor, though, because it's the most volatile.
Wee Beastie.
Wee Beastie.
Like
it's got like a red label on it. Well, it's got even like a red label on it. Like, it looks like
got a
it's called
sweet
Wee Beastie.
label. I saw it today.
It looks cool.
But it just sounds like the Beastie
And then
Boys.
you've got the 10-year, which is the most readily available one.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I think it has, like, the following it has, because you can always get this one.
Yeah, it's going to be on your shelves, I'd say, 90% of the time.
Yeah, I didn't do pricing on this one, actually, at all.
Good, because they're expensive.
Yeah.
They're not cheap.
They're pricier, so if you want to buy it,
I want to say they're expensive, but they're definitely not your everyday affordable price. I mean, you could expect to drop. I think the cheapest variety I saw was maybe $55 at the particular account I was in today.
That's not terrible.
That's not terrible.
Way
But
more on that.
most people aren't dropping $55.
No. I think like a nice, like $40. I think a good kick around bottle
Yeah.
of Scotch. Not that this is a kick around bottle even remotely.
Because I was debating picking up one of the other ones since neither of us have had many of the other varieties. But even at that, I was just like, I don't know. Not at that price.
But yeah, so you got the Wee Beastie 5-year, you've got the 10-year, which is like the staple. Then you go for the Anoa.
Yep.
There is the Oogie. There is the Oogdal. There is the, I think it's the Togbon. And then there is Supernova, Dark Cove, and then they have like their barrel edition stuff that's like really, really hard to get. The Dark Cove is like, the Dark Cove is the most high-end one, and that's like ultra sherry cast. Like you wouldn't know it was an Ardbeg. But I have never seen a bottle of
I've never.
So,
like I said, today was the first day I've ever seen 2 of their other varieties in the store. The 10-year, like Dan said, you could pretty much find that pretty commonly. I mean, maybe around the holidays it might be harder because people are buying gifts. But then again, they actually release a holiday set, which is kind of cool. So it's really not that hard to get. Chances are, if you walk into your liquor store and you say, hey, I want some Ardbeg, That's what's gonna come out.
Try this.
I really don't think they're gonna ask you for anything
ready?
else.
So give it a little swirl.
Mm-hmm.
Turn it on its side. I was watching like a video online. Apparently this helps you get some like notes out of it. And then just twirl it.
Oh, I gotta keep twisting.
Yeah, and coat the whole thing so you see the legs like falling down the whole edge. And then smell it, and then obviously smell with your mouth open. Don't my bar.
Too late.
Oh, there's a bleep.
Ooh, it smells fruity.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. All the fruitiness comes out. It's all like I'm saying. Like you kind of gotta fight through the smoke to get it, but there's like that nice underlying tropical like lime zest.
Still burns.
Yep. Well, yeah, the taste isn't gonna change.
That's fun though. I didn't know about this trick.
All right.
This is fun to do now.
Yeah, that's basically Ardbeg 10. Like it's a very, very smoke forward, very peat forward whiskey. It's going to be very intense in flavor, so it's definitely not a beginner's Scotch, even remotely.
No, don't. If you want to get into Scotch, don't pick this.
Like that's like driving NASCAR on your first day having your license. Like it's just like, it's not going to work out well for you.
I have actually.
What, you have actually drove NASCAR first day having your license?
I have.
Okay.
No, I haven't. I wish. Well, I pretended to be driving NASCAR
Woo!
the first day.
Another left turn!
Yeah.
And another left turn!
I definitely pretended I was. Sorry, Mom, you didn't hear that, but yeah.
Well, you got 3 fingers in your left hand for a reason,
got my license. It was fun. But I have a couple scotches I could recommend for beginners that I think we should do some episodes on.
We did this kind of episode already. We could do a Scotch beginners episode, but like...
I was more or less thinking about the... I'll bleep that out.
This stupid wall.
I was thinking of the what is it? The pig's nose and the sheep dip, because those are really easy.
Like
to
my
get
top
into.
Top 4 beginner scotches. This is like a dumb conversation right now, but
it is. But
we're gonna go with it. So yeah, pig nose, which is the first bottle of Scotch you bought.
Yeah, that one. When you put water in that, I do not, and I will bleep that out. That it tastes just like unsweetened iced tea. So it's really light, really easy to get into.
Oh god, this was a dumb idea.
Where did that glass come from?
Kaiser Soze. Did he do it or did he not? I don't know.
Not even see you put this here.
Yeah, just put that in front of you like 2 seconds ago. Yeah, so I would go like naked grouse, monkey shoulder, sheep's dip, pig nose.
Yeah, those are the ones. Don't go for this your first time. Ever.
But you never know. Some people might like this. Like,
Honestly, my first Scotch was the Lager.
Yeah, exactly, and that was Kyle's fault.
Yeah, and I really liked it. So yeah, you might like it, but I'm just saying if you're unsure, don't spend the money for something like this.
But I figured we were talking about this beforehand. We're going to go through this really quick. We're not doing a Lafroig episode as well.
Not today.
We figured, like, while we were doing super ultra smoky peaty scotches, we would do another one that is, like, kind of similar, but I think it's even more intense on the peat.
That's the title of this episode, Super Ultra Smoky Peaty Scotch.
Say it 3 times fast. Say it 3 times fast.
Super
ultra smoky peaty scotch. Super ultra smoky peaty scotch. Whatever. Alright, whatever.
Super scotch.
We gotta stop doing that. Superstar. Alright, so this is Lafroig quarter cask. This is gonna be even smokier, so we're gonna compare these two.
So this I should like, theoretically.
Yeah. Oh, you're not even gonna say it?
Smoking oak.
Okay.
I like smoking oak.
Now this one has more depth to it to me, and the color's a lot darker, and
I think the flavor is lighter, but it's more
it's well-rounded.
It all combines
a marriage
lot better.
of
Let's
peat
try
and oak.
Your fancy...
We gotta get down here. You know what? You can't do it with that.
that.
So basically the best way to do that is you get a fresh glass.
I'm just gonna drink more of this and then do it.
And then, you literally just... The correct way to do it is you drop it in. Just enough to coat the base of it. And then you... So you can start seeing the line there. And then that's just like a freaking sugar bomb. Or we just keep drinking. Go for it. There you go. I did the work for you. So yeah, throw it on Whiskey Cat. Watch what happens.
Where is Whiskey Cat?
She's over there.
Oh.
But alright, so like, this is another expression of kind of what Ardbeg 10 is trying to do here, or is doing. It's just another version of a very smoked out
we had a really big bug in here, but it was the reflection of the bug lights.
Oh, alright.
It's like, oh god, that is gross. We're good.
Alright, and then we're going to move on to the complete polar opposite.
God, we got more?
You got one more.
That's right.
So here, just wash out your other glass.
Yep, that's how you rinse it.
Let's drink it. The next one we're doing is the Bruichladdich classic body.
That one's good.
So this is an unpeated Islay Scotch. So it kind of goes against the grain for what Islay Scotches are known as, because they're known as the peat beasts. Oh yeah, you want some Scotch?
I would love some Scotch. That's the whole point of this. You're just like, bleep you and put it away. Just for this, you're pouring it in the barrel.
I don't want to do it with this one.
It's too bad you're doing it. I ain't
don't
doing
want
it.
to do it with this one. It's such a pain.
I don't care. That's what you get.
All right, last one. We're just gonna listen. We're like the whole point of this is we're just gonna kind of like cycle through some different Islay expressions. So I guess this is kind of becoming an Islay episode, but the main feature here is the Ardbeg 10. But whatever, we're going off the rails here real fast.
It's gonna happen a lot.
I love this. It just tastes like it's like you get like this like little raisin flavor to it,
Yeah.
and then you get like that nice, well-rounded like slight smokiness.
I think I like this one out of these three.
This one has the most flavor. This
Let's
one's
go back to this one.
This one's the most sessionable, and then the Ardbeg 10 is Ardbeg 10.
We're not gonna speak that though.
Like I said, the whole point of this episode is like before you try these, you must try this. Yeah, this has the most flavor.
Yeah.
But you must try this. This is a quintessential Islay single malt.
It is.
It is one single malt of the year several times over. It's won whiskey of the year. Every accolade as far as Scotch whiskey you can go with, it probably has either won or been a contender for. So they definitely know what they're doing. There's such a lore behind this distillery that I think people are drawn to it.
I never realized there was a lot of history behind it.
Yeah, well, the history is more of failure than it is of success.
It sounded like
that's what I'm saying. Like they've been
sold.
sold, bought six times over, almost went out of business, but then somehow now have an award-winning whiskey selection.
Okay.
So I think it's more of a story of triumph.
It is.
But mostly failure.
Mostly failure.
But they make good Scotch.
They do make good stuff. See, I didn't realize how I don't know how recognized this Scotch was.
It's a whiskey nerd Scotch.
Years ago, when I was working in the store and we got the gift packs of these, I would have bought them.
Well, they were the biggest pain in the ass to put on the shelf.
Yeah, but they were cool. These gift packs, they came in this like weird like tin thing.
Yeah, it looked like a pizza slice.
But the glasses they gave you with it were awesome. Do you even have any of them?
The glasses? No, I was making sure
the
you guys
glasses that came in it were really cool. And I kind of wish I picked it up.
I
always thought this was just like
they were these with this whole thing all over it, like this like weird
but they were like dark. They were the color of the bottle too. The glasses. They were really cool. But again, I didn't know anything about anything back then. I just thought
we barely drank whiskey back then.
Yeah.
So this is going back like 6 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we kind of said what we had to say about this one.
I think we did.
Time to wrap it up.
Yeah, let's wrap it up.
All right, guys. I say at the end of every week. Please, I hope you liked the episode. This is one of these scotches that we definitely wanted to do a review on. And like I said, it's not necessarily meant to be a positive or a negative review. It's just saying that this is something that you need to try.
Yeah.
Just to figure out which side of the Scotch spectrum that you fall on. That's why I say that there's life before and life after. It's not supposed to be dramatic. It's just that your palate either goes one way or your palate either goes the other way. And this is a good freaking middle ground to start with.
You'll never see us completely agree on a review or give positive reviews all the time. I have no problem telling you when I think something personally tastes horrible.
It's not your thing.
But I also have no problem, promoting stuff that tastes really well. As for Dan also, all of our reviews are unbiased. It's just, our true feelings, what we think they are, not what our word is not, the final say. There's something I might hate that you could completely love, but you're gonna get a genuine review. So I think this was a great one to do.
Yeah, exactly.
Again, it's not really my forte.
It's a good devil's advocate review. It's a good devil's advocate whiskey.
Yeah, and it's also not bad either. I'm not gonna say it's bad by any means. It's just not my taste. There's other ones that I will tell you that are bad, like what we had last week. If you remember last week, that was bad.
Yeah, very old Barton, not so good. That's why I'm decanting it for like a whole week to see if it saves it.
Yeah, there she is.
But alright guys, as I say at the end of every episode, I already said in this episode, I'm going to say it again, Please like, please comment, please share. We really enjoy getting feedback from you guys, the little feedback that we have gotten, but we'd like to have a little more feedback to see what you guys
Here's
think.
to you, Canada.
Yeah, the one Canadian that said something.
Oh, and you know what I think we should do? I know we're starting to get a little long here, but that's okay. I want to give a special shout out to someone who is local to us. They're called My Hero Bars TR, I believe.
Yeah, My Hero Bar TR.
My Hero Bar TR. You guys they're doing a phenomenal thing. They're making a bunch of like protein packed granola bars and sending them out.
I think it's like raisin, granola, cinnamon, and something else. But yeah, they're feeding the first
they're
responders.
sending them out to all the first responders, everyone on the front lines of the every essential employee. I don't like to say every essential employee. I think every business is essential because you're supporting your family. Exactly. But every essential employee, they're just out there all day, every day, just distributing these bars, putting smiles on people's faces, giving them a snack, giving them something to eat. Because as we know, the nurses, police, fire, it's been nonstop for them. They're working around the clock more
Speaking
than
of it, look, he's right
anyone
here.
else.
He's actually just
there
commenting here.
he is.
He's commenting right here. But yeah, so
but shout out to My Hero Bars TR. Give his page on Instagram a follow. It really is just My Hero Bars TR.
Exactly.
And give him show him some love. See if they can do anything for you. See if you can do anything for them. If you're an essential employee, I definitely recommend getting in contact with them and setting something up. But they're doing a phenomenal job about hitting everyone up, all up and down the state. I mean, from the tip of Jersey all the way down to the southern tip of Jersey. So.
But, alright guys.
Good job.
Thank you for watching the episode. Please give My Hero Bar TR a follow and see what the guy's up to and support what his goal is in this pandemic. Have a great week. Stay safe.